Well, when it comes to safety in the skies, could airline staffing shortages be impacting safety? Joining us now, aviation expert Joseph Shwieterman. Joseph, thank you so much for being with us. We just heard from that expert that Brooke spoke with that mechanical errors aren't common, but how common are landing gear issues?
I think what strikes you about this accident is a really old plane. I mean, built in 1990. Is very few planes still flying that were back when I worked in the airline industry till 91. And so it's not only that, but it's an old model. The MD-82 is part of the old Super 80 fleet that goes back to the 80s. So you wonder if the airline's selling these older airplanes to overseas operators and they come back to fly to the U.S. if there's not some compromises that happen along the way. And you throw in, of course, this is a Dominican Republic airline, a country very strapped for resources. There could be some questions there.
Well, sticking here in the U.S., is safety for Americans, is it being threatened due to these growing staffing shortages when it comes to the airlines?
Well, the airlines in the U.S. are really tightly regulated. And of course, we know through NTSB and with some of the problems Boeing's had and so forth, that they really have stepped up their investigations of airlines. That said, the federal government, like everywhere else, has got their hands full with the pandemic, with all the things that are happening at once with aviation. So we'll see if the certification of this airline, the Dominican Republic, the policies we have for airlines coming from that country, if something was missed along the way. Because I think what's notable here is, we do have landing gear failures, but planes should be designed so that second set of wheels on the opposite side of the plane holds up at least till the airplane comes to a stop. That didn't happen here.
Yeah, certainly didn't happen here. All right. Obviously, Joseph, you mentioned the fact that, U.S. has a different set of regulations here. We know, of course, this happened with an older plane. It's not used by any U.S. airlines. But is there any concern about the age of any U.S. aircraft that are currently in use?
Well, I think airlines are really running those old planes hard. In fact, there's a lot of frustration among the airlines that the assembly lines for Boeing and Airbus haven't been moving as fast as they like, and they'd like to ground some of these older planes, mostly for fuel burn, that the new planes get better fuel, they're more comfortable. But of course, as planes get older, they need more maintenance, and of course, there's shortages of mechanics. So I don't think there's evidence airlines have cut corners. But boy, it's a tough challenge right now with labor shortages and the demand for air travel.
Yeah, and certainly, and once you're in the air, there's nothing that you can do. All right, Joseph Shwieterman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.